All right, y'all. I got to keep it real. You got to call a spade a spade. Never thought that, Canelo would do this, but he signed a 3-fight deal with PBC worth $100 million. And some of the top fighters that's with PBC is one Charlo, Benavidez. We got some good fighters that's on top of PBC. So you just gotta admit when Canelo does something great, like I always say, you gotta at least give him his props. Now maybe people will say, "Oh, well, he was forced into this." Well, he's getting paid to do it. I mean, I like Canelo as a fighter. I've always said that if he wants respect from me and the people that I fuck with, he gonna have to fight these fighters. So if he's gonna fight a 3-fight deal with PBC, most likely he gonna have to see all 3 of these fighters. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that because win or lose, you have to have that same spirit that most modern fighters have, like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? People like Earl Spence, people like Terrence Crawford, who has that spirit. And the reason why they have undefeated records is because they went into it saying win or lose. They don't care about losing to 0. They're going to fight the best that they're going to fight, and they're going to win. Now, unlike Canelo, most of these fighters are not the face of boxing, but they are, part of boxing and one of the faces of boxing. So they do have a say-so at the table. Now, Canelo has a bigger face because Canelo have advantages. We have to all be honest. We have to call a spade a spade. If you look at fights like the fight with Lara, you know what I mean? The fight with Triple G, his first fight. You look at some of the fights that Canelo was given the advantage of. Even Floyd Mayweather fight where Floyd Mayweather wiped him completely clean. He still, one judge had him at 114. So there's built-in advantages that Canelo had that no other fighter have. Like when he comes into this fight with either Charlo or Benavidez, whoever he decides to fight first with these 3-fight deal, he's going to have a built-in advantage. 4 rounds already in the bag. 4 to 5 rounds already in the bag. That's just Canelo thing. Now, I'm not even mad about that, to be honest with you. I just want to see him fight. I know he's going to have an advantages over these fighters. I'm not saying that Canelo's going to lose against any one of those fighters. Whether it's Benavidez, whether it's Charlo, whether it's Boo Boo. I'm not saying that Canelo's going to lose. You know what I mean? Canelo's a good fighter. And he has a chin. You know what I mean? So with those built-in advantages, most likely he's going to win. So all it took was the courage for him to take the fight. Now, he knew if he took the fight, these fighters got jabs and they're going to make him look bad. That's what I think Canelo was scared of. You know what I mean? Kind of like what Bivol did. Bivol used that jab, made him look pretty bad in the ring. So I think that this is what Canelo was afraid of. And, when you look at it, on the face of it, you got one fighter, Benavidez, offered him $45 million. I mean, that's a lot of money in boxing, considering most fighters only make $1 million and $2 million. You know what I'm saying, per fight. And, you got to really manage your money because the government, out of $1 million, you may see 600 to 700,000. The rest of that going to be taxes. You ain't even talking about paying your manager yet, your publicist, you know what I'm saying, your trainer, your training partners, your facilities, you know what I'm saying, that you have to go to, room and board, food, housing. You ain't even talking about none of that yet. So it's a good shout out to Canelo, since y'all always say that I be hating on Canelo. But just remember, this is just my opinion. You know what I mean? This is, sometimes, most of the time I be spitting facts, but right here, just my opinion. So I could be wrong. You know what I mean? So don't get all, mad about that. That's just we're boxing bloggers who have our opinions on what we think. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it's right. You know what I mean? So you don't have to get all mad and cuss me out, because even if you cuss me out on my comments, you know what I'm saying, I'm still going to say thank you for your opinion, because I love all opinions. You know what I mean? Whether I agree with them or not. Because sometimes opinions, you may look at it, you may think about it for a couple of days, and you might be like, you know what, that person was right. You know what I mean? So that's why I accept all opinions. But I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a great fight. Once we get it on the table and get it all signed off on, you know what I'm saying, Canelo going to make a lot of money. This will extend his legacy if if he beats Benavidez, and then if he beats Charlo, you know, even though Charlo's been off for 2 years, you know what I mean, it's still going to be, you know, a good fight. You know what I mean, because Charlo is a big fighter, and he's way bigger. Just look at the picture. Look how big Charlos are compared to Canelo. They're naturally at that height and weight, and so they got everything they need to beat Canelo. It's Big Rich. I'm out. Let's talk about it. Let's debate. I'm out.